This is Another News for Friday, November 18th, 2011. Another News is brought to you by Sacred Art Tattoo Shop in Chicago. If you've seen Liz's feet...
And my back.
You've seen their work. Welcome to Another News. I'm Iyaz Akhtar.
I'm Tony Wang.
And I'm Liz Romero.
Now, this is the show where we just talk about stuff in a broader sense. Tech
Peanut
news.
gallery?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But tech news in a much kind of overview kind of feel. We're not going to go into the patent wars and the rumor mill stuff, and we're going to go
through rumors.
Well, sometimes.
Or security problems.
Yeah, we're not going to be talking about what's the stuff like SOPA. Not fun stuff. We're going to be talking about fun things today. The Kindle Fire. I mean, there's no way you missed the Kindle Fire. Liz got hers right here.
I was the first one to get it, by the way.
The first
She was
one,
the first
and so
person.
Tony went ahead and recorded an unboxing video with his cell phone.
Right.
Now here at TWiT, we have like fancy cameras and great audio and stuff and equipment like that. Tony decided to not use any of that when he made this video. So let's take a look at this unboxing video.
Our show likes to go ghetto.
Right now, Liz.
I have a thing that's clearly marked so people can steal it.
And you did a portrait
That's
too.
awesome. Thank you, Amazon. Okay, here we go.
You couldn't see me, but I ran through the studio.
So you ordered this and you've been waiting for it because your original Kindle died?
It died. Oh, it's so fancy. Yes, it committed suicide. I don't want this one to commit suicide. Does it actually come charged, like the rest of them do?
Usually probably partially. There you go. So was the power button on top? Or
It's this little... Oh,
You need to record though.
This is an alpha
I
show.
am, I'm recording it.
it's so pretty, Iyaz.
Is it heavy?
It's
does it feel?
significant. It feels like something I wouldn't drop.
Or drop and break?
Oh, I'm afraid. Ooh.
Did you get a case?
No, I'm going to.
You're going to. Okay. Can you show us what else is in the box? I see a little.
Okay.
There's a
Ooh.
little.
Charger. You have your charger.
Okay. A wall charger. Okay.
Oh, okay. How do you connect it to the... Oh, okay.
Let's see. This is
And that's it. And then you have your little...
it's a micro USB.
You need to know your Kindle with
Oh, yeah.
one
Just
sheet
like
of
the
paper.
regular- yeah. They did that with the other Kindle. So.
Okay, so yeah, my charger that I already have for my... Let me see how this actually...
Let it run.
It's actually pretty good in response time.
Continue. And then continue and show us. Are you going to log into your Amazon account? Oh, what happened?
Oh, it already knew me because I was already
Oh, yeah,
pre-registered.
they already. Oh, there you go. So it already knows it's you.
Hello, is Romero.
Right now, it's syncing your books or your content. Okay. Have you bought movies and?
I haven't put them yet because I'm
Okay.
going to actually do the Prime now that I have this because it
Okay.
allows
Also,
you...
you haven't had Prime. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I haven't had Prime yet.
Cool.
Huh?
You get some kind of free Prime. I'm not sure how much. Yeah.
I get a trial.
You get a
yeah,
trial.
that's why I haven't gotten
Okay.
Prime yet. Oh.
Swipe. It's telling you welcome.
Sorry for that subliminal
Welcome.
Bing ad.
Favorites. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have any James Patterson on here because he's doing a lot of stuff for the Nook right now.
I think we can cut there.
This is very
Snapple.
informative.
Because you actually have it here, so
Oh.
here we go. So you can see that Liz was excited to have it, so excited that
I ran through the studio, almost fell on my face.
pretty much. So the box is labeled. I've heard complaints about that, by the way. Apparently people are buying them for their significant others. They're sending it home, and the surprise is ruined because on the box it says Kindle Fire right on the thing. So if you're out there and you're complaining about that, send it to your workplace instead because it's also very easy to steal because it says
Very easy to
Fire
steal.
right
Well,
on there.
the apartments I used to manage, they're all in hallways, so all common areas. So a lot of the drivers are not supposed to, but leave them right at the door. So it's like, oh, the neighbor's teenage friend came over and just took it right away.
we're not taking calls right now. Don't do that.
Later. Silence you.
Anyway, so if you've been watching the coverage of the Kindle Fire this week, you've probably seen a lot of people comparing it to the iPad, and they're comparing it to everything else. Now, Liz hasn't had a tablet before, and I wanted to see the perspective of a person who hasn't used or owned a tablet before. What do you think of this thing? Because now you've been playing with this for a couple of days now.
Yes.
You have the overhead shot of the Kindle Fire. What do you think of this thing?
I'm a huge fan. I have never had a tablet before in my life, so I'm not instantly just trying to compare it to, iPad like everybody else. I like the response time. The one thing that I was hoping, which is a predominant character of Kindle, is long battery life. Unfortunately, yesterday when I was playing with this thing, watching the Jetsons movie, playing Plants vs. Zombies. This only lasted me a day. Only a day.
No, it's got a full.
A day is pretty good. That's about.
No, it's got an LCD screen. Okay, it's not an e-ink display like the other Kindles. So I mean, it's going to eat up battery life a lot faster. You were able to watch just one movie or two movies?
I watched the Jetson movie. I had that playing in the background, and then I was playing with Plants vs. Zombies, which Leo got me addicted to.
So you were able to multitask.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
I mean, so far, I mean, I've gotten to play with this a little bit. It seems like. It seems fine. It's $200. All right, so you have an iPad over there, Tony.
Yeah.
So you have the gold standard right now.
Well, I also have. I didn't bring it. I have a Nook color at home.
You have a Nook color at home. I
Yeah.
thought you bricked that.
No. Oops. That's running 2.2, and I have to say, yeah, if I had to choose between Nook color and the Kindle Fire, I would take the Fire.
Why is that?
It's built better, quality wise, even though it's a little bit thicker. But
Now, people are saying, what's a day? It lasts you 24 hours. I mean, it probably lasts you, what, like 6 or 7 hours worth of actual usage?
Yeah, like the time that I was actually up, that's when I was able to.
And obviously, it's always Wi-Fi connected. You didn't turn off the radio or anything, right?
Only Wi-Fi. That's all it has.
Right. So I mean, the thing is, if you turned off the radio, I'd imagine if you were watching locally stored movies, it might do better. But if it's constantly connected to the internet, it might be eating up more battery. But 7 or 8 hours is not bad, I'd imagine, especially if you're just playing games and watching 1 or 2 movies. I think the iPad does 10 hours. But although I heard with the iOS 5.0 that the battery life got hit. But that's supposed to be
if you turn off most of your notifications,
you got to stop
it
playing
gets
that.
better.
Okay, sorry.
That's
Yeah.
gonna, that's
Can I play
going
too?
No, because then
Did you wanna play?
you'll be playing the whole time. We're passing the fire. We're all going to gather around the fire.
Warmth.
There we go.
I'm cold now.
Did the thing get hot much? I mean, it's.
Well, I have thick calluses.
So you have no idea.
I didn't feel it.
You couldn't feel it.
Feel a
Even
thing.
if it was. See, there you go. You got a consumer perspective. See, this thing you like the Kindle Fire.
I'm like the experiment where people haven't seen any of the Star Wars. Instead of actually watching New Hope like everyone did first, watch episode 1 and see how you liked it. I was that experiment. Instead of having any other tablet, that was the first one I had, and I adore it.
That was an intentional.
I'm in love.
It was an intentional plan. We made sure that she was deprived of all iPads, Zooms, and what's the other one?
Nook color.
The Nook color. Let's skip around in the lineup because it drives Jeff crazy. The Nook tablet that came out this week apparently was limited in the amount of storage you could have. The thing is, it's got 16 gigabytes. It costs $250. That's supposed to be part of the. You pay $50 extra for the Nook tablet because it's got more space and more RAM. But the problem was, Barnes & Noble said, look, you know what? 15 gigabytes of that space, that's reserved for our content. 1 gigabyte, you can load your own stuff. Although they did update this, they said that if you do multimedia downloads from third-party vendors, you can still work with you can use the Barnes & Noble space. So like if you're using an app through their app store that's downloading videos and things, it'll work there. So loading your own stuff, not exactly easy to do. Are you guys interested in loading your own stuff on the Nook?
I mean,
Are you
I
irritated by
totally.
this?
I mean, I see why they're doing this. I mean, I would actually expect everybody to be doing this. I think Barnes & Noble does the same thing with their new color. You can't really load third party easily or your own content unless you jailbreak it or
It seems
root it.
it seems silly that they would do that. I mean, they want you to buy the device.
They're doing that with everything, though. They want you to go through their site. They did that with the DC Comics when they were just all hurt that DC Comics were through them. They're like, well, now you must go to our website. Only ours. It's like, that's not going to work.
Well, no, they took out the DC Comics from the stores. You have DC Comics on the Fire if you want. Yeah, you need a Comixology account for that.
Oh my God, and it's fantastic.
So yeah, I don't think that's a great idea, Barnes & Noble. I mean, the thing is, you want to sell these things, you want to get them out there, you want to have some kind of hook, but if you can't use all the space, what's the point of this thing? I mean, I don't want to.
James Patterson sponsors it. That's the thing.
But books and content. I mean, books are really small in file size, so you don't need 15 gigabytes of that. And Barnes & Noble's movie selection is not going to be the same as Amazon's.
No.
And let's go over to we're going to jump up, Jeff. The Kindle Fire causing problems because there's the Kindle lending library. The Authors Guild is not a fan of this. There's this plan where Amazon Prime members are allowed to download one free book from 5,000 books every month. And the Authors Guild I can't say Authors Guild. I keep saying Authors. They're upset. They're saying that Amazon asked the publishers to participate in the plan. Then the publishers said no. Then Amazon said, we're going to do it anyway. They said that their contracts cover this.
The lending library is not that big though. When I go in actually to mine, the lending library, it's not that big. So
It's only 5,000 books.
it's only 5. Well, yeah, it's going to grow, which is going to be fantastic. I don't know if my mom, who's a librarian, likes this because then that means they'll be going here instead to the library. I know libraries are actually getting it, so you can go to. You'll actually be able to download Kindle books now. That's another thing they're working on.
I mean, that's one thing that drove me nuts about the Kindle originally. Like, you should be able to, like, borrow books, and I know you can lend them out to your friends and things, but like,
only very select ones.
how often do you want to reread a book over and over and over again? You have to buy them outright instead of just going, hey, let me borrow that for like a month and read it.
Well, I'm a collector, so
I think
But it's digital collection.
when you lend it to your friends, you get a week. Is that right?
I think it's
you
14
can
days.
extend it.
14 days. Okay.
Yeah,
the
like
library
right now,
book.
Brian's borrowing the Big Lebowski book from me.
There's a book.
Yeah.
So can you read it? Even though
No,
you-
once it's been loaned, you don't have access.
as
it's like a real book.
Yeah, except it's not. The metaphor kind of breaks down because everything doesn't make any sense there. Because it's digital. You should be able to loan it out and still be able to read it.
Not if it's DRM'd.
This is just idiotic, I think.
I'm a Lebowski. You're a Lebowski. That's right.
So this is the bookshelf. This is very exciting. Let's look at the overhead, please. There we go. So this doesn't scroll or anything.
No, it goes that way.
Oh, because it's a
these are-
bookshelf.
Yeah, you go by Arthur. Device.
So you're calling it Arthur too. You can't say it.
Author. But no, these are things I could just have on the cloud. If I wanted to, I could download them. If I already haven't downloaded them, but I downloaded
Have you run into
everything.
any space issues with that? I mean, there's only 8 gigabytes. on
I
that
am
thing.
trying to download as much things as possible so I can find out my limit.
Okay, 8 gigabytes on that on board. There's no expansion on the Fire. That kind of annoyed me because I like. What happens if you're on an airplane and something? You want to watch your movies.
Well, you gotta clean all your movies.
You have to what?
Clean up your storage.
But I mean, you only have 8 gigabytes. I mean, unless these movies are really small, which they're not. I think it's
How
fine.
big are they? I mean, we don't really know.
We'll have to check.
Yeah,
Now it's time for a fake ad.
Yes,
it's a real ad.
Well, no, these guys aren't paying
it's a
us.
real place.
We'll talk about Sacred Art Studios, which is somewhere in Chicago.
Yeah.
I think you're related to somebody that runs this place.
I am. That's my cousin's shop. He owns it.
So, Jeff, if you go to the overhead, you can see some of their work. It's actually on Liz's feet.
It's on my feet.
Yeah, her tattoos aren't blurry. That just happens to be the camera.
Oh wait, and then
Okay, this is going to be odd. Can we get her
This is not
single?
gonna work. Oh,
Her single.
her single?
You can right there. You can see under the lower third. You can see wings. Made by Sacred Art Tattoo Studio. So if you're in, was it Calumet City? How do you say that? Your mic.
Your mic.
Oh.
Your-
Your mic.
Camelot City.
No.
Camelot. It's right.
If you're in Illinois, try it out. There you go. Get a tattoo. Get the Ion logo tattooed to you. Because we don't know if the show's even going to make it out of alpha. So,
At this point, it's very, very. You never know.
okay. Well, that was fun. So there you go. We have an ad there. Let's talk about Flickster. Now, apparently, there's supposed to be this awesome thing about Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet is this digital copy of a movie that you get. When you buy a DVD or a Blu-ray, you usually get a digital copy. Now, Ultraviolet was supposed to be this thing that was a new standard. It was going to run on everything. You could just have the Flickster application that has access to the Ultraviolet movies. If you have the Flickster application on Android or iPhone or whatever your set-top box is, you're supposed to watch the movies. Apparently, it's not working at all, to the point that Flickster's handing out iTunes codes because people trying to activate the Ultraviolet codes, they can't do it. Apparently, it's not working out. I mean, why can't they possibly get this to work?
Tony just has a
So
beautiful
their
face.
solution is using their competitor's service?
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's locked down too. That's the other thing. Like, it's the iTunes code. I mean, there's other stores out there, but they can't get their own standard to work.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It's supposed to be the universal solution, and they screwed it up.
Well, it's just like them trying to do a format that just didn't take.
But it's
Tough luck.
but it's all you have to do is input a code. You get a video file. You should be able to play it in the video player. Like, it should be freaking easy to do that.
Digital downloads aren't that easy sometimes because of the different formats you have. If you have an iPhone, if you
we
have
have a
Android, put it on
When
We have a guy off camera. How hard is it to get downloads to work, video formats to work?
It's difficult, but I would think the Hollywood studios, with their millions of dollars, could probably figure it out.
Radio Colin in the chat room is saying that Hollywood should have enough money to figure it out. You think they could figure this out? I mean, they're always complaining that, oh, you're stealing our stuff. We're going to sue you about this, and they don't have the money to put in.
That's the problem. They're focused on protecting their stuff instead of giving you the download.
I don't know if you guys can hear this, but yeah, because mics are very sensitive. So anyway, Colin is saying that they're focused on the wrong things. We should get you a mic. Focus on the wrong things, and that'd be suing people instead of actually making their services work. You know why? Because Ultraviolet is unusable at this point. That's the problem.
It was also a terrible movie. I think that was his downfall. I think that's what, caused it personally.
You think it's because they named it after a dumb idea? Dumb movie?
Did they ever say why they called it Ultraviolet?
Because of the terrible movie and they knew it was going down.
You get your Blu-ray disc and Ultraviolet. You get blue and Ultraviolet.
Oh.
I really think that's why they did it.
So, okay.
On to music. Now, you guys might be too young, but there was this artist named Sting. And he wants to release an album as an app. Now, when I
can feel it calling in the air tonight,
When I saw this,
that's another person.
I think you're doing Phil Collins there.
I know.
When I saw this news story, I thought, okay, that's kind of lame. Why would you bother to do an application? And the reason why Sting wanted to do this is that he wants to make an application so that he can update the app, because you can always update an application, new iterations. So you'd get different tracks. You could get more behind the scenes stuff on there with an update. I mean, I kind of like this idea. I mean, I'm a Beatles fan, so there's always new content that's coming out. So instead of having to, I could also see in-app purchases. Like, you have Revolver. Would you like to buy the mono edition too? It's like, sure, right there.
So it's really an application for Sting. It's not just an application for this one album, right?
It's the Sting album, I think.
It's
I
the
thought it was
Sting
his
album.
actual album.
Okay.
Would you be interested in I guess an album that's an app, or do you want to buy it always through?
I
store?
thought it was a great idea when we first read this.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, the more I would see problems. Like, when a new iOS come out, and the developers had to make sure that they update the app on time, and then there's issues playing back on older devices. Like, you have to buy a new iPad to listen to Sting.
Well, somebody's asking how can the Beatles have new content. There's always stuff that's been recorded and then lost. That's the other thing. I mean, you can get new photos, you can get new behind-the-scenes stuff. You can see. I mean, it would be fun with an app. I can imagine you could turn down parts of the audio. Like, if you want to hear individual tracks, like, there could be a lot of fun if you are really into music.
Well, have any of you guys gotten, like the DVDs for a tour or all the music videos? Like, I have, no doubt, I've gotten those things where I get the DVDs on a certain artist that I really like. Linkin Park, Korn, I'll get those. They're basically taking the DVD format and making it, is that what they're doing? They're taking a DVD, special of an artist where normally you'd have all the music video, tour stuff, and they have it in DVD form. Now they're making it an app form. Is that what they're doing?
Kind of. I mean, but the thing is, it can be updated. That's the big gimmick. With at least that was Sting's argument. Like, that's actually pretty interesting. Although I think if they applied it to movies, that'd be kind of awful, because that means you can get Star Wars, the app, and then they would get updated because then George Lucas wanted to change it, and then you could change it again and again and again, and you'll be driven crazy. But all you have to do is not update the app if you want to keep it static.
But then people would complain. They would be like,
I still don't get it.
Why aren't you updating
You wouldn't want to be able to turn down the vocal track just to hear the guitars or mess with it, because the way music is now, you can't do that unless it was an application.
I would want to hear it for its true self of how the artist wanted it to be presented.
You're good. You got it. I'm disturbed by this.
Yeah, deal with it.
You're not a music person at
What?
all.
Well, no, you're someone who actually plays instruments. I don't.
Yes,
I don't have that.
As a pseudo musician, I would love this kind of thing to actually exist, because I'm nuts. Let's go to an application from Philips that Tony has running right now. It's called, what is it called? Vital Signs Camera. It's 99 cents. It's on the iPad. Now, what it does is, and you can see Neil Patel over at The Verge in that picture. What it does is it can tell your vital signs a bit on through this camera. So it's supposed to track your heart rate. What else is actually showing up on there right now? Heart rate, your breathing rate. So
how are you breathing, buddy? You okay?
So right now, yeah. So Tony's breathing, and you're seeing.
Okay, so really quick, I was playing with this yesterday, and they you see how
killed it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to put your head in that
Right.
shot.
So you actually have to there's a space here for your head and a space down here for your chest.
You seem to have frozen. You mean the app frozen?
No, it's having issues reading. So you really have to. They tell you to put your iPad on the table. So you need to have a a stand like this. If you don't have one, you'd be hovering over your table. Because,
Okay.
Yeah. And also this chest thing, like you need to be naked. It's hard for it
What?
to, because it's you gotta be because it's if it's trying to read your chest movement and you're wearing a loose shirt with a tie, it's not gonna be able to know.
Well, how's your
Accurately.
Well,
reading?
go ahead and try to place
Like,
yourself
okay.
in it.
Yeah,
Right now.
so-
try to put yourself in there. Let's see what happens. I think this would be an interesting way to just irritate people around the office. Be like, how's your heart rate? Are you getting nervous? Are you getting nervous? I think you're getting a little nervous there. All right, let's see this.
Couldn't you position the
Oh.
iPad differently?
No, that's the thing. This is a very interesting demo. We need another camera. Your heart rate's going up, but it's only 51 beats a minute. You're the calmest guy in the world.
And then my heart just stopped.
His heart is not. There we go. Actually, you can see his heart rate. Wow, what are you, like the healthiest man on earth? 44 beats a. So
I should be around 70. To
yeah,
80.
according to Nilay on The Verge, he was saying that it's not exactly 100% accurate.
It is 99 cents. I mean,
Yeah, it's only a.
for 99 cents, it's pretty good.
I
So
mean-
what is this only for an iPad too? Is that what I read? That
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
only
have that
for-
camera?
Yeah, it's only
So
only
no
for
Fire?
iPads here. No, sorry.
Well, you don't have a camera on that anyway.
Yeah.
It's okay. What is
How-
that?
What's
It's
what?
something.
I think it's just a proximity sensor.
You know,
or
I thought it was
something.
very interesting that they came up with this. I mean,
Why?
like what
Why would you
made
do this?
Philips? Yeah, why did they do that?
Maybe just a proof of concept kind of thing.
Okay.
Like here's this
I
little,
find it entertaining.
I just think I'm going to be messing with that after work.
Yeah,
That's all.
maybe they're working on
bowling.
maybe they're working on their own tablet, and this is they're testing their software.
I doubt that. Maybe they're going to do some medical applications with that so they can actually
Yeah.
watch patients and that kind of thing instead of having to hook up and be very invasive.
Right,
I
so
think that's really what the use is.
You
for
just
that.
take the heart rate that it reads and double it, and that will be your actual heart rate.
It's not exactly accurate. And I think right now for $1, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
I really wish it was on an iPhone because I would have fun with it. I would interrogate my
I
friends.
don't
Tell
know
me.
if it
Tell me the truth.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's iPad only. But
I'm sure there are lie
it's-
detector apps, and if there isn't, there should be. Let's go to a Kickstarter spotlight, which can we play the video for this Kickstarter, Jeff? It's a universal remote control that takes a different form. They're going with. Is the audio playing?
And mouse and
Thank you.
universal remote built into one unit. It's been designed to be the most versatile and user-friendly wireless keyboard and remote on the market. We've paid close attention to every design detail, from the placement of each key to the overall ergonomics of the unit. Over the past year, we've worked alongside industrial engineers to develop a non-working prototype of the Bridge, and we're asking you to help us bring this product to market. The Bridge will change the way you interact with your smart TV, computer, set-top box, and DVR with the convenience of one device.
I like the music.
Some of the key features of the Bridge include a wireless QWERTY keyboard and mouse compatible with several different operating systems. Compatibility with your TV, set-top box, and DVR. The Bridge also has the look and feel of a video game controller and allows for smartphone-style typing.
Featuring the most common functions of consumer electronics controls in one, the Bridge is the first truly universal remote for home entertainment electronics. It allows you to take full advantage of all devices you already own.
Have you ever wanted to switch from your computer to your TV?
No.
Well, with the Bridge, you can.
Wow.
With just one click, you can select the device you want to control. This device will allow you to watch Hulu, use Gtalk, Facebook, Spotify, play video games, use Apple TV, and go on Google.
In order to bring this product to the market, we need to raise $50,000 to help cover the costs
And 2 cents.
associated with bringing the Bridge into production.
Can we stop
Everything
right
from
here?
molding
We can stop right
to
here.
circuitry design.
All right, so the concept is a gamepad controller with a keyboard on there because when you have to put in your password or your username on something like Hulu Plus, that stupid up, down, left, right enter button thing, not so fun to do. I like this idea, and I know you guys have differing opinions on this. I like this because if you try to hold a keyboard, I mean Logitech tried this with the review, right? They give you a full-size keyboard with a trackpad. Not exactly living room friendly. This has to sit on your coffee table at some point. So if you're going to have this out all the time, I like the Bridge. Now, Tony, you seem to have a prop there. What do you have over there?
I got one of these Logitech.
Oh, you want the overhead cam?
Overhead.
That is the Logitech De Novo Mini.
Yeah,
isn't
and
it?
if you look at the keys on this, and then you look at the keys on that, they're the same manufacturer.
Are you saying that they took a De Novo and they ripped it apart and they crammed it into a gamepad?
And they made it twice as big.
But it's supposed to work with game consoles. It's supposed to work with other set-top boxes. You know, I mean that's a Bluetooth device.
Yes.
But if this is a remote, you can only pair one Bluetooth device with one thing. That's it, right? So if that's hooked up to your home theater PC, that's set. It's done. It's finished. It can't be hooked up to your PS3 then. But this thing, I would imagine, could do more than that.
I don't trust it.
You don't trust it. Why don't you trust it?
Because I didn't actually see somebody use it. I don't care if it's a Kickstarter. I want to see actually somebody use it and show me that it's not going to be awkward when you're going like this. Like,
why would it be awkward?
seems like it'd be awkward. I want to see somebody actually use it.
That's all. So if that thing was, if somebody just did this in the demo,
Show me how it's functional. Yeah.
That's what you would be fine with.
Yes.
That's all.
Yep. I'm a simple person.
I think this is a case where three geeks got too excited about a concept
And were
crammed
very good acting.
Well, they crammed everything into one device, and it's a little crazy. I mean, it looks like it's going to be about $100, and you get a T-shirt.
So what does it take to actually get the device?
Well, you got to pledge $100, and you'll get a limited
130
edition.
gets you 2 bridges and 2 pouches.
Pouches.
I guess.
Where are you
Pooches?
going to carry
Pouches.
this to? This is your remote.
Well, you want to keep it covered. You know,
I'm
dust
gonna
getting there.
bring it over to your house. I'm gonna forget to take it home. I can't watch my TV.
Well, you can still watch your TV. You just won't be able to control it.
No, I gotta go up and press.
So you guys hate the bridge. Sorry, guys at the bridge, whoever's making this.
Are they almost?
They're a product design project in New York, by Harsh Modi. So
I like the idea. I'm not convinced yet that it's a good product.
I would just like this kind of thing to exist. I know the Nova Mini is all right, but I mean it's not a universal remote. It's just a keyboard, right? And if this actually had remote functionality and IR blasters, RF, and all this other stuff, if it had all that, I'd be very interested in it. But I'm not really sure about that.
Concept good. Product. Me.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Replicant hates the bridge. Chat room we can see right now. Let's see. I don't think
it's not
lame.
a good name either. It's.
You don't like the name?
No.
We're just
The bridge.
You guys just crapping on this all the time.
Oh.
On to communications. You know you can call us and send us emails.
We have a bumper.
We have a bumper even.
I'm sorry.
It's coming. But you can email us at iontwit@gmail.com, or you can call us up, and you guys will after the show is officially over at 321-22-OTHER. That's 321-226-8437. But first we have, is that bumper loaded?
You've got mail.
I heard the noise.
Something like that.
It has it.
There's a video, but don't worry about it. Let's listen to this call that we got on the 4th of November.
Well, hello there, guys. Just calling in because you said calling right now. Thought I'd be getting on the air, but I'm kind of glad I'm not. So I'll leave a voicemail. Enjoy the show. Diverse personalities there, I'd say. Iyaz, I've gotten used to you. The quiet gentleman on the right, to me. John, is it? Very, very quiet. It doesn't seem too involved. I don't know, that's just the appearance. And Liz is on the left, way out there. Okay? Thanks a lot. Bye.
Now, how long has that been your lower third? I mean, I didn't notice that throughout the whole show. And
I don't know.
I'm not sure how this fellow, not only did he got the number right to call us, right?
He also knew we were positioned.
Yeah, we're positioned. So he's watching the video, which does have our lower thirds.
Yeah.
So for some reason, he thinks your name is John. So maybe you should start ending each sentence with, "This is Tony."
Okay.
I think
Okay, this is Tony.
I'm just out there.
You're out there.
I'm just out there.
And he's gotten used to me. So thank you for getting used to me, because I know I'm an acquired taste. That's why I'm on so many different shows every day, constantly. And then you're like, hey, he's not so bad.
Aren't you going to be on Windows Weekly?
I'll be on Windows Weekly on Monday.
On Monday, special time.
And we'll be recording 3 TNTs on Monday. Yeah, I'm going to be a joy to work with at the end of the day there.
I don't work on Monday, so yes.
What's that? Yeah, we record the week's TNTs usually on one day because we know what the future is going to be. Anyway, that does it for us. If there's a story you think should get the spotlight, you should email us at iontwit@gmail.com, or you can send us a voicemail or call us up. We'll take live calls in a minute. 321-22-OTHER. You can see it on the screen right there. Look at that. 321-226-8437.
Only the best things for this show.
And we're going to end the recorded show right now. So until then,
bye-bye.
Keep your eye on the news.